So far, we were discussing the Lagrangian formulation. Now there is an alternative formulation, which is the Hamiltonian formulation, which is equivalent to the Lagrangian formulation, but has certain advantages, or it is considered to be more fundamental. Okay, so in Lagrangian formulation, we find the equations of motion for any system in generalized coordinates q1, q2 and q1, q2, qn. Okay, we find the equations of motion for any system in these generalized coordinates. We know how the generalized coordinates are obtained after considering the constraints in the system. And these equations are a set of second order differential equations. These are all second order differential equations. We know d by dt of dou L dou qj dot minus dou L dou qj. Okay, so these are all a set of second order differential equations. In the Hamiltonian formulation, a formulation given by Hamilton, we make use of generalized momenta in the place of generalized velocities q1 dot, q2 dot, qn dot. These are all called the generalized velocities. Okay, from generalized coordinates we can obtain the generalized velocities, but instead of that we are using generalized momentum p1, p2, pn. Okay, and what we have is the equations of motion. Equations of motion in this case are two sets, okay, very important, two sets of first order differential equations. Okay, two sets of first order differential equations are used instead of a set of second order differential equations in Lagrangian formulation. In Lagrangian formulation, we have a set of second order differential equations. Okay, instead of that, in Hamiltonian formulation, we have two sets of equations for q1, q2, qn. That coordinates. We have two sets of two sets of equations, and these equations are all first order differential equations. So in Hamiltonian formulation, we have double the number of equations in the Lagrangian formulation, but all of them are first order differential equations, which are more convenient to solve and all. So both these formulations are equivalent. Lagrangian formulation and Hamiltonian formulation are equivalent, but the Hamiltonian formulation is more fundamental to the foundations of statistical mechanics and quantum mechanics. So it's more useful, or it's more fundamentally related to the statistical foundations of statistical mechanics and quantum mechanics. Okay, so basically the Hamiltonian formulation, that is an alternative formulation of the Lagrangian formulation. Now let's see what is generalized momentum. We will be using this term in the Hamiltonian formulation, the generalized momentum. Consider a simple example of a single particle moving with the velocity x dot along x-axis. So we are considering one-dimensional motion. Its velocity is x dot. Okay, so kinetic energy of the particle, that is given by half m x dot square, and dou t dou x dot, that is given by dou t dou x dot is given by mx dot, and that is the momentum. Okay, dou t dou x dot, that is mx dot, that is the momentum we know. If V is not a function of x dot, okay, if the potential energy, if it is not a function of x dot, the velocity, that is V equal to V of x, then dou V dou x dot is 0. So one can write P as this, P as equal to dou by dou x dot of t minus V, because dou V dou x dot is 0. So P, the momentum P, that is equal to dou by dou x dot of t minus V. Okay, and t minus V is the Lagrangian. So P is dou L dou x dot. Okay. Similarly, for a system described for a set of generalized coordinate qk and generalized velocities qk dots. Okay, consider a system described by a set of generalized coordinates qk and generalized velocities qk dots. We define the generalized momentum corresponding to the generalized coordinate qk as pk is equal to dou L dou q k dot. Okay, the same way here we have seen P as equal to dou L dou x dot. Same way Pk, that is dou L dou q k dot. This is also called the conjugate momentum or the canonical momentum. Okay, this is also called the conjugate momentum or canonical momentum. So we define the conjugate momentum like this. Pk, the conjugate momentum corresponding to the coordinate qk as dou L dou qk dot. Okay. So this is called the canonical momentum or the conjugate momentum. Okay, conjugate the coordinate qk. And for conservative systems, we write the Lagrange's equation in this form, d by dt of dou L dou qk dot minus dou L dou qk. This dou L dou qk dot, this thing is pk, the generalized momentum. So we have dpk by dt minus dou L dou qk equal to 0, or pk dot equal to dou L dou qk. Okay, pk dot, that is equal to dou L dou qk. Right, dou L dou qk dot is pk, and dou L dou qk, that is pk dot from the Lagrange's equation. Now suppose that in the expression for Lagrangian, a certain coordinate qk does not appear explicitly. We know Lagrangian is a function of qk dot and time, there can be time. Suppose in the Lagrangian, certain coordinate qk does not appear explicitly. Then dou L dou qk, that is equal to 0. Okay, because the Lagrangian does not contain that coordinates. Okay, then in that case, dou L dou qk 0 means, this is 0, means pk dot is 0 and pk is a constant. Okay, pk is a constant. So dou L dou qk dot, pk is dou L dou qk dot, that is a constant. Thus, whenever the Lagrangian function does not contain a coordinate qk explicitly, okay, Lagrangian function does not contain a coordinate qk explicitly, the generalized momentum is a constant of motion. Okay. And the coordinate qk is called a cyclic or ignorable coordinate. Okay. So you might be asked, what is a cyclic or ignorable coordinate? If the Lagrangian explicitly, the Lagrangian function does not contain the coordinate qk explicitly, then we say that coordinate is a cyclic or ignorable coordinate, and the corresponding generalized momentum corresponding generalized momentum, that is a constant of motion that we have seen here. Pk, that is a constant, Pk is a constant. Okay, so that is a cyclic or ignorable coordinate. So generalized momentum associated with a ignorable coordinate is constant of motion for the system. We consider an example. The motion of a particle in a central force field. Okay, motion of a particle in a central force field. In polar coordinates, the Lagrangian that is given by this L equal to T minus V, that is half m r dot square plus r square theta dot square minus V of r. L does not contain theta. Okay, the two coordinates here are r and theta, and we can clearly see the L, the Lagrangian, does not explicitly contain r. Okay, it does not explicitly contain r. So we say, sorry, the Lagrangian does not contain theta. Okay, it contains r. R will be there in this function. It does not contain theta. Therefore, theta is a cyclic or ignorable coordinate. So theta here is an ignorable coordinate or cyclic coordinate. And the generalized momentum P theta corresponding to theta, that is given by dou L dou theta dot. P theta is given by dou L dou theta dot, that is equal to m r square theta dot, that is a constant. P theta, that is m r square theta dot, that is a constant. P theta, we know that we have already seen, this is actually the magnitude of the angular momentum, and it is a constant of motion in time. Okay, that we have already seen. So this is the idea of the cyclic or generalized, cyclic coordinate or ignorable coordinate. The corresponding generalized momentum, that is a constant of motion. Okay. Now let's see what is a Hamiltonian or Hamiltonian function H. We consider, the Lagrangian. The Lagrangian is function of Qj, Qj dot and T. We know function of Qj, generalized coordinate, generalized velocity and time T. And if I take the total time derivative dl by dt, that will be given by this sigma j dou L dou Qj dQj by dt plus sigma j dou L dou Qj dot dQj dot by dt plus dou L dou T. Okay, so this is the total time derivative. We know why this sigma j comes here, because we have to consider all the coordinates q1, q2, q3, qn. Okay, so we have this and sigma j dou L dou Qj dot, and from Lagrangian equation we know dou L, what is Lagrangian equation? D by dt of dou L dou Qj dot minus dou L dou Qj, that is equal to 0 for conservative systems. So dou L dou Qj, that is equal to d by dt of dou L dou Qj dot. Okay, so that we substitute, and here we have d by dt of dou L. For dou L dou Qj, we have sigma d by dt of dou L dou Qj dot. This becomes dQj by dt becomes Qj dot, sigma j dou L dou Qj dot dl by dt. So dl by dt is now, these two we combine, because when we take the product rule, d by dt of Qj dot dou L dou Qj we will be getting this. Okay, sigma j d by dt of qj dot dou L dou qj, we will be getting this. Okay. So one can write this as I take this dou L by dou t here, and dl by dt is taken here. Anyway, by rearranging the terms, we have d by dt of sigma j qj dot dou L dou qj minus L, that is equal to minus dou L by dou t. So dou L dou qj dot is pj. This is how we defined generalized momentum. Okay, dou L dou qj dot, that is as equal to pj. So that we substitute, and we have d by dt of sigma j pj qj dot minus L, that is equal to minus dou L by dou t. And this quantity in bracket, this is called the Hamiltonian function. Okay, this is the Hamiltonian function. The quantity in bracket, that is the Hamiltonian function. So H equal to sigma j pj qj dot minus L, that is the Hamiltonian function. So it is basically a function of, in general, Hamiltonian function is a function of generalized momenta, generalized coordinate, and time. Okay, we consider it as a function of generalized momenta, generalized coordinate, and time. Okay, in that way we choose. So H is function of pj, qj, and t. And if t does not appear explicitly in the Lagrangian, then dou L by dou t is 0. Okay, this will be 0. If the Lagrangian does not explicitly contain time, this will be 0. So H equal to sigma j pj qj dot minus L, that is a constant. Okay, so H, the Hamiltonian function, H sigma j pj qj dot minus L, that is a constant. Thus we see if time does not appear in the Lagrangian explicitly, if time does not appear in the Lagrangian explicitly, then the Hamiltonian H is a constant in time. This is a constant, this Hamiltonian function, Hamiltonian is a constant in time and is conserved. So this is the conservation theorem for the Hamiltonian. Okay, if a Lagrangian does not contain the time explicitly, then this will be a constant, because this dou L by dou t, that is a 0. Now the Hamiltonian, which we define like this, that takes a special form if the system is conservative. Okay, the potential energy is independent of velocity coordinates qj dot. Okay, the Hamiltonian takes a special form. Special form means kinetic energy plus potential energy, H equal to T plus V, if the system is conservative. That is, the potential energy is independent of velocity. The potential energy is just a function of generalized coordinate. The transformation coordinates do not contain the time explicitly. Okay. Ri is a function of q1, q2, qn, the generalized coordinates. Time does not come here. Time is not there. Okay. So Hamiltonian takes a special form if the system is conservative, that is, the potential energy is independent of velocity. Potential energy is just a function of qj, and transformation equation for the coordinate do not take time explicitly. For conservative systems, since it does not contain the generalized velocity, so dou v dou qj dot, that is equal to 0. So pj that is dou L dou Qj dot is equal to dou by dou Qj dot of t minus v, and that is, since v is not a function, that is dou t dou Qj dot. Okay, so generalized momentum, which is dou L dou Qj dot, that is dou t dou Qj dot. So here for the Hamiltonian function, here for Pj, I can substitute this dou t dou Qj dot. So that is substituted here. And if Ri does not depend on time t explicitly, kinetic energy is a homogeneous, then the kinetic energy is a homogeneous quadratic function, and we can show that dou t dou Qj dot as equal to 2t. So we can show here dou t dou Qj dot as equal to 2 times the kinetic energy. Okay, it is easy to show like that. So dou t dou Qj dot is 2t, so that we substitute. So it is 2t and we have L we know, that is t minus v for conservative system. So H is equal to, from this we can say t plus v, that is a constant. Okay. So if L does not contain time explicitly, we had already seen the Hamiltonian function, that is a constant. Okay. Then here the time does not come here, so this will be a constant, Hamiltonian t plus v. T plus v means the kinetic energy plus potential energy, that will be a constant. Thus the Hamiltonian H represents the total energy of the system and is conserved provided the system is conservative and t is a homogeneous quadratic function. So for conservative systems, we are taking the Hamiltonian as the total energy t plus v.